And then they
It looked like he completely flipped it around. 180
some of them like to see the actual folding being done.
I thought it was something.
I mean, you can't get it both ways. But a lot of people like to see the flag folded.
Hey, I'm early.
Get out.
Lately, they send two guys down, regular army, come down, and we don't always do the folding. That's all they do is the folding, and, well, I should say that's all they do. They present and everything like that. And we're there to help them. We do the firing, stand at attention when the hearse comes in, and you want to see a pretty one. I was with my girlfriend, and we were over at Millington, and
I want to get the flag from Arizona when I die, when it's been flown. It's 5 o'clock, call this meeting order. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Bruce.
Yeah.
Cheryl. Yes. Ben.
Present.
Deb. Present. Don.
Here.
All right, before we approve this agenda, I want to do one ad, because everybody's here. Bob Forbes at the very end.
That's it, huh?
After budget amendment?
Yep.
What are you doing?
Adding Bob Forbes at the very end.
I'm still not understanding.
I'm adding Bob Forbes at
Bob
the end of
Forbes, gotcha.
end of our agenda.
At the end, after budget amendment.
Yep.
After the booze.
All right, I need a motion to approve with the change.
I'll make a motion to approve with change. I'll second.
Okay, first on our budget, our business is...
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? 5-0. Sorry. First thing is the chipper shredder. We approved this at our last meeting, and you want to know how to pay it. I'll make a motion to write a check and put it on May's payables.
Do not use the credit card, is that correct?
Yeah, do not use a credit card. Write a check and put it on May's payable.
This is being purchased, well, hang on a second.
You have a copy of your...
That's not what I, no.
No way we agreed with that.
We don't have a second yet. You're the one who doesn't let us talk about it until there's a second.
Right. But I brought my minutes with me again.
I'll second.
All right, now discussion?
Isn't this being purchased from an online company? Do they take checks?
I guess we'll find out.
I would suggest we,
Well, we're going to discuss it shortly.
no, we're discussing it now. There's a motion and a second. Right now it's discussion, Deb.
Well, the problem is, you want me to go into it? We cannot order anything at this point. Our credit card is maxed. I wanted to do a check to pay the credit card balance and was told I could not do so.
Well, we've got a motion and a second on this, so we need to deal with this first. I'd suggest that we take away the word check and make it whatever. Maybe you should have done it in the other order then, since now I know that's the problem. Maybe the next item should have been the first item.
Probably should have.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. Can you write a check to an online company? I don't know the answer to that.
I'm not sure, I think they had a couple options on their website.
She's looking it up
I'd have to.
right now.
Oh, this wasn't looked up before?
Well, yeah, it has been looked up before, but we've used credit cards previously. Well, that's, no, it
Discover
has,
Visa,
yeah, Discover Visa, I don't know what that other is.
MasterCard.
PayPal,
Oh, PayPal, we don't have.
And there's another one, I don't know what that
Yeah, I can't read that one
But
either.
it doesn't say check or money order.
is. I don't see.
does it say anything about check?
No.
Digital.
No. Alright. So we have a motion to pay it by check. And it won't take a check, so
They have to.
I will remove my motion. You okay with that, Cheryl?
Yeah.
All right, before you make a motion, I thought we were okay the chipper.
We had,
We did.
So what does it mean how we pay for it?
Well, right now, the credit card can't be used.
So is the only reason it came up because the credit card couldn't be used? It would have been purchased, it would have been done?
correct,
So if we resolve the credit card issue, then there is no issue about the shredder.
correct.
So can we move on to credit card then?
You know, credit card, we're in credit union.
I meant credit union.
It's credit union for the credit.
It's for credit union card, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
The motion that was made in the past was a silly motion. It should never have been made the way it was made. I said that then. Nobody's ever wanted to correct it, but everybody wants to complain about it. So we need a motion that allows the clerk office to issue, do you call it a warrant? To issue a warrant. And then the treasurer's office to authorize and sign said warrant, making it payable, right? So is that what we need to do, or what do we need to do? I've got a motion prepared, but I need to know it's right. So I'm asking questions first.
Well, in the past, there was accusations that there was not enough proof of receipts or invoices
Right.
when it was paid just what they owed and not by statement.
Right.
Because the statement was month to month. And
Right,
that's
because
why
it
I
didn't-
made that motion because.
Yeah, but you
back
made the
then-
motion to be one check and only to match that.
Correct.
That doesn't solve the problem.
correct.
Well,
So why can't we do what I said?
what was solving the problem back and forth about the invoices weren't there, the receipts weren't there, whether they're there or not,
That
I'm
still
not gonna
was a
get into
problem.
that, but it was a solution at the time to stop that bickering.
Okay. Well, then how can we do it where, for example, when the credit card limit is approaching, a check can be written or a payment can be made, and then at the end of the month, and I use this example each time, so let's use the example here. You borrow, or you use your credit card for $1,000, you use your credit card again for $1,000, you use the credit card again for $1,000, we're at 3 now. You're about to do something that costs $1,500, which will put you over your limit. Why can't we write a check for $3,000, just $3,000, and then charge your new thing, which now brings the total charges to $4,500 in my example.
Right.
And then you get your statement, and it shows you charged $4,500, you already paid $3,000, you owe $1,500. You write your second check, everybody's happy, and it matches the
That's
statement.
the way it was before.
No, it was not.
But there was
No, that's the
invoices
problem.
and receipts missing.
And that's
when
still
the
been
check
a
was
problem
made.
occasionally. That's still been a problem, but it matched the statement, so.
Right,
But
Why
can
can't it be done that way where it matches the statement?
we,
because it can.
Why?
Because the statement comes out once a month.
Correct. And the statement will show in my example that you charged $4,500 in the last month. You already paid
But
$3,000.
if you already paid 2 weeks early, it's
Then
not
it-
gonna show that until the next month's statement.
Right,
can we put
I can
down?
get a printout of how much we owe to the T and pay it, and it go back to zero, and the printout will show zero, if it goes to that. But
Well,
when the statement comes, it's gonna show different.
every time.
But can you, if you write a check, let's say you have 5 receipts, Okay, and you write a check for those 5 receipts, just what those 5 receipts are.
Right.
And pay it off with what receipt you have. And then it will still show those receipts on the invoice, correct?
If the invoices and receipts are there, yes.
So if we have receipts, we could write a check to pay part of the credit card, correct? You see what I'm getting at?
I
Yes,
want
I do, but however, this is a receipt. This is what you get. This is your invoice. This is what you've ordered. This is the price that it was ordered for. So,
I just know that right now we're in a time where the credit card is being used more than it ever has.
yeah.
I want to finish what you said, because I want to respectfully disagree with you, and here's why. I use the same credit union, I use the same kind of credit card in the same credit union, and I make payments just exactly like my example. And since they do everything electronically, if you paid it the last day of the month, you might be right. But if you paid it a week ago or 2 weeks ago, you're incorrect.
Well, yeah,
It will
the
show
statement-
on there.
Would you like water?
The statement will show that check was paid to bring it back to zero.
They won't prepare that statement till the first business day of the next
But
month.
you're not gonna see it to the next month.
At our meeting, like we do right
And
now.
right now, what is it? Where are we at?
But you have
We're the
the
16th. If we write a check for $4,000 to bring it back to zero, we're not gonna see it until May.
right, right. And let's say you charged another 4,000 before May, so you had to write a second check. Then you get your statement, and in May, you still owe $5. You write a check for $5. The 3 checks together equal the $8,005 you charged in May.
But-
Pretend example.
Whoever is ordering the checks, using the credit card, should be watching how much it comes up to the $4,000.
I would agree that somebody should know that, yes. I don't know if that's the issue. I
Well,
assume
like I
somebody
said-
knew that.
Just realize
How it
that,
came up.
right, no, just realize that we barely were using $2,000, and we went to $4,000, because there's certain things that are ordered online now, more than normal.
Right,
More than
this
normal.
right here is $1,800.
Right, you got the furniture coming up,
It was.
Well, we also
Now,
had
the furniture.
3 days of a hotel room that was paid out of this
Correct.
credit union.
Okay, but it doesn't have to be a problem if we allow a check to be made. The only thing is, it needs to balance. And
That's what I'm saying.
The way you did it in the
Not allowing
past,
the check to be done.
I did not allow it.
This
so did you
way.
find that motion, the first one?
Which one?
The one that said we could pay off the credit card without the payables?
No. The only ones that I've seen were talking about that there has to be a statement. I've seen that in
That's the one that
2020.
I had to change, yes.
There's one in 2023 about that. And
Yeah.
then there's the one in late 2024 that basically says the same thing.
I don't remember the second one, but it says basically the same thing.
Yeah.
But there was one before that,
That said we could keep it at a zero balance. That we
and
would.
that's what we gotta put everything back.
I can only use my example
If
of
we
the
feel
time.
like it.
You said it always made sense, but yet you sat right next to me and you couldn't always make sense of it at a meeting.
I showed you.
Sometimes you
I
do.
showed you on the side of how it was, but then you started noticing there was no receipts there.
And that's a separate issue though. That has nothing to do with this.
But I'm just saying, it's
That still
still,
has to be correct.
and I agree with you, if there's not a receipt, you don't okay it.
That's separate though.
Alright. And so if we have receipts and we can make a check to what we have receipts on,
You don't have, I mean, I don't want to stop you from saying, but go ahead and finish.
Those receipts still have to be presented at payables the next month. Anyways, because it's still going to show
It's,
up.
there we go.
that's what I'm saying.
At payables, at, for instance, in
So
this
if we
case,
made a
May's
check
regular meeting.
today and paid it off, that payment that we made and all those purchases are still going to show up on that statement.
Exactly.
Correct.
So
I
we're still going to
understand.
have to produce those receipts.
Yes, and with that, the check stub that you paid that
Yeah.
part.
Exactly.
I
So to that end,
But before that,
So do you consider
there was not
this a
invoices,
receipt
there was
then?
not invoices
That's
and
not-
receipts being presented.
I gotta say yes
There are
and
now.
no. That's not a
Yes.
receipt until after it's
Correct.
paid, then she gets a.
But before the
You showed
23,
me
it
before the other
wasn't,
one.
and it was just,
You get a different version of this after it's paid. This is just somebody going on making a wish list. Once you order it, then you get a slightly different version you showed me in the past that shows you paid it.
I think it's called, if you're gonna use the word
I'm
warrant.
open to suggestions, but I
know,
want to make a
you're
motion
saying-
sort of
You're
like that.
saying she's doing the warrant, I'm okay in the warrant.
Then that's what I want, help with the wording, but to say basically that.
Okay, let me explain what happened. We needed to order furniture. It was approved to order the furniture.
Just like this was approved.
I get a call from the credit card company that we are over because the furniture got ordered for everyone, which did put it over at the time. Because some other minor items got ordered that were like 195 and
Sure.
so on and so forth. And unfortunately, it added up to more than what we had available on the credit card. So, I spoke to Cheryl at the credit union, who is our rep, and I asked about, okay, what do we need to do? Do we need to up our credit limit? And then I brought up Doris wanted a credit card for the Parks and Rec. That's a no. It has to be under the primary credit card, period. So it's either, she wants to order almost $5,000 worth of things right now. Doesn't compute. Not gonna happen. And again, so the rest of the furniture did not go through. Only one person's order for her office went through. So everybody else is just out of luck, I guess. And so it's almost $4,000 to pay what we need to pay to get it back in sync. In the meantime, if this gets ordered, that's $1,800 and something.
1,807.
And then ordered the rest of the furniture. The refrigerator was put on the credit card. So that was a pretty large amount also. So, in other words, I'm gonna have to do a second check.
I understand all that. And now,
And
since
I
we changed.
don't wanna keep
You have
having a
the register
special
I gave you?
meeting to go
You
over
have the
this.
register I gave you, showing the checks, how we're up to $84, up to
Yes.
4,000.
With only
You have that?
4 left. Yeah. Want me to get it?
Yeah, please.
But while you're going to get it, since we changed it from 2,000 to 4,000 limit, we haven't had a major problem
we have
since.
not. That
So
is
this is a unique situation
It
because
is.
so many things are happening at one time.
Right.
But it could easily hit 4,000 on a regular month and be a $1 problem or a $20 problem.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to make a motion to help
yeah.
fix it. I'm asking John to look at
Because
this.
if we all go to Traverse City,
Yeah, that's a bit.
That's gonna be- a good difference.
There's easy ways to fix it, I just don't know how to
Right.
properly word it. The clerk should be authorized to write a payment,
Well, I know.
then that 2 or 3 checks throughout the month have to equal the billing at the end of the billing cycle, which is our, in this case, May meeting in this example.
Correct.
Correct. So if she writes 2 checks this month, and then in May, there's
Writes
a
another.
small balance or a big balance, those 3 together should equal what the billing cycle says, the statement
The
says.
statement says.
And there should always be receipts to equal that, irrelevant to everything else.
See,
The
we're
receipt
saying
should be
we're
within
saying
the
the
check.
same thing, but we're saying it differently.
Was there anything wrong with the way I'm saying it?
Huh?
Was there anything wrong with the way I'm saying it?
No.
That's what I wanted.
I'll show you what I look at.
I see that rundown that you made.
Yeah.
And that was my problem when it was on the spot. When it was on the spot, now I have, in this case now Cheryl, because she seems to be doing the approval of all the checks ahead of time, the checking of them. I had to add, subtract, oh, that wasn't included, I don't know what that is, go back and start over again.
No, they end up subtract for you when I show you this
It didn't
picture.
always show up right, John. There were months it was not right.
Only because the receipts weren't there.
And, okay, then in that example, I wouldn't know that in the middle of a month.
Sure.
Until the statement, then I wouldn't know that. But this way, if she just writes a blanket, $2,000, which pays down our limit, or, in this case, if we're already gonna go over 4,000, she could write literally 4,000.
This is what I
It
do.
brings the balance down to a negative
As
slightly.
soon as I bring the check over to the bank,
I need that back.
we're open and available to use the credit card again.
Say that again.
As soon as I bring the check to the bank,
Right.
It's already
Yes, I know.
back to 4,000,
Yes,
instantly.
I understand.
Okay.
I use the same credit company, same bank.
So, go ahead then, make a
Do you think that I'm wording it properly?
You know, I'm trying to figure out.
Or should I correct any word?
Okay, I wrote some other stuff.
Some about payables or,
I added this at the end, like just a note. I don't know if that's part of my motion. But that's my intent.
yeah.
That part is just my, what I meant.
No, the wording's good.
Okay. I'll say it and then I'll bring it over to you if you need me to, Sarah.
should already split it.
It already did. Well, there's one thing on here, wrote on here that's kind of private. Because sometimes I write stuff on paper that's, this would be the amount.
Alright, then go ahead and make a
You
motion.
ready? I make a motion to allow the clerk's office to issue a warrant and the treasurer's office to authorize / sign, that's the way it should say it, you think? Or take out that word. All right, and pay on the township credit card bill when credit limit will or may become maxed out during the monthly billing cycle, with the total of all checks to equal the monthly statement each month. Now, I don't know if this should be part of the motion or not. My intent is you will still get one check authorized every month at a regular meeting, which will be the final payment.
Right, otherwise it's.
Does that need to be added to the motion then? Final payment to be at regular township meeting? Okay, I'll add that. With final payment during regular township meeting.
Let's make more copies. So you don't think this one, right?
I have two exact pages here in what you just
Do
gave
ya?
me.
Yeah, I should do that. He needs page.
So am I only supposed to have 2 pages or is it
No,
supposed to?
3.
Oh, okay.
You got someone else.
I need page
Parks
one.
and Rec.
You got page one?
I got 2 of those.
You got 2 page 1 or 2 page 2?
I have 2 of those in this one.
This was the check we made on payables. That's
At
how
the
much
regular
we
meeting.
This one
spent
you're
after.
asking, right?
So we were $84 away from it,
I think better.
So everything before this,
with
You're
paid
missing
off.
the one with 106 at the top, Beth.
I have 1 of 3 and 3 of 3. I'm missing 2 of 3. I didn't see the front page numbers already.
Which had them
So all of this is already paid anyhow. It's from here up.
correct.
And you need a back page.
Whenever everybody's ready, I'd like her to read that back. But when you're ready, they listen to it.
There you go.
Okay, is everybody got all pages?
Can you read that back, please?
Motion by Ben to allow the clerk's office to use a warrant and the treasurer's office to authorize / sign and pay on the township credit card bill when credit limit will or may become maxed out during the monthly billing cycle, with the total of all checks to equal the monthly statement each month, with final payment during regular township meeting. Seconded by Blank.
First of all, when you go back to the very first sentence, to allow the clerk's office to issue, I think, what did you say there? Something you said differently.
Issue.
You said issue?
No, I said use.
Oh,
But I just
issue.
changed it to issue.
Thank you. And I wanted to say, and equal the statement, so where would I add that wording? I just realized once you read it back, it doesn't say that.
It's a.
Final payment, in that bottom sentence, with final
With final
payment
payment
to
during
equal,
regular township meeting
and equal,
to equal the total monthly statement.
thank you, yes.
Okay.
Deb, did you hear it? Does that cover your issue?
Let's hope so, because
Well,
I
How'd
don't
you
know
print
these
it?
meetings any more than you do.
How'd you print this?
John printed it.
well, first,
I made.
Alright,
Listen to
we
it.
gotta do his thing first.
listen to it and make sure it covers what you need it to cover. That's
Okay,
right.
can you please read it back?
Motion by Ben to allow the clerk's office to issue a warrant and the treasurer's office to authorize/sign and pay on the township credit card bill when credit limit will or may become maxed out during the monthly billing cycle, with the total of all checks to equal the monthly statement each month, with final payment during regular township meeting to equal the total monthly statement. Seconded by,
First, does it cover what you want it to cover? Okay.
Do I have a
I'll
second?
second.
I think we should do roll call and solve this hopefully forever.
That's hope so. Okay, roll call. Cheryl? Yes. Deb? Yes. Bruce?
Yes.
John?
Yeah.
And Deb?
Yes.
All right, we got that one done. Now,
Does that solve the problem on the shredder?
Alright, if you're looking at this, where it says sim plat payment,
yeah,
that's the payment, that's the check we made on our meeting.
correct.
Alright, everything up is what's trying to get credit, trying to be used on a credit card.
Right now.
Yep, we had $84 left of the credit card. So a check is gonna have to be made.
So all this stuff has still not been paid,
Correct.
Correct.
but it's sitting there waiting.
Well, no, it's been paid, but we gotta pay it to use it anymore.
Okay.
This 1,021 is on pending, waiting for it because we don't have enough to cover the 84.
Correct.
Okay, so,
So John said do a check for $3,935.38. And
Okay.
to order the rest of what we need to order, furniture and so on and so forth, and I have to do another check to keep it from being over.
Well, once you pay it off,
Correct.
it comes back, you're clean, you can do it again.
So the total of the things you just showed us equal 3,035. How come we only have 84?
Because it's $1,000.
The 1,000 is a pending. So the 1,000 puts us over
Oh,
by $35.
because we paid $229 and we still had $880 owed on that between the statements.
Yeah.
So now this brings up my example then. Everything you just said is not accurate. It's not just from here up. There's another one before here, right? That's what makes it difficult, because you
Well-
said something and I added
Well, I'm
what you
just
said.
saying, like I said before, when you make a credit card purchase before the month, that will not show on the statement.
Right. Because that would be on next month's statement, because it's after the first.
Correct. And that's why $880,
So, and now we have to add the 880. to the
$880 of that, yes.
So,
Which would be,
88040 brings you to 39.15 and 59 cents. So that would be 84.41 balance.
there you go.
Now, again, the way I motioned it, does not have to add those up and pay exactly that. She can write a simple check for $3,500. Or knowing you're gonna go over, as long as you do go over between now and the 1st, because otherwise it will mess you up, you could pick up even $4,000.
Right, so why don't she just make a $6,000 check and be in a credit?
See that?
Pay us, give a $6,000 check and have credit.
Well,
Is she gonna spend that?
theoretically she could, but then if she doesn't, if they don't use the credit card for enough, then it might be an issue next month. We don't want to be carrying a credit either.
Like she walks out today and she says, I'm gonna write a $6,000 check because we know we're gonna spend another $3,000.
Right.
And that way it won't get over the
It's gonna
4,000.
happen.
As long as she knows it's gonna happen, let her
So
know.
long as May meeting, the May statement, which comes out on the 3rd, right? Which is, it's after the first business day of the month, that's what's important. The first business day of the month, they calculate it, you get it on about the 30th.
I would say right now, where are we?
So either way, so long as it balances then, it
We're on
wouldn't
the
be a problem.
16th right now?
Hypothetically, if you wrote a $6,000 check.
I mean, I'll bet we have at least, we have at least to the 23rd.
Spend it tomorrow.
We have probably to the 23rd.
You know how much
For
furniture
it to
you
be on the
gotta
next
buy.
statement.
Yeah,
So order all that stuff tomorrow, pay that and extra, and just get it ordered.
right.
Well, she
They gotta
can't,
get
she
the
can't
check
order that
first.
until we
He wants to check
bring it
on
back
the
to zero.
Well, she's gonna do that and then come back here and order.
Right.
You're gonna be here tomorrow morning.
Either way, you now have the authority, the way I wrote that motion,
Okay.
to go ahead and write a payment on account.
So you're all set.
Oh, we did the roll call.
Yeah.
5-0, motion carried.
So you need to look at what you're gonna order.
I know.
And add all that
The
up.
rest of the furniture.
Plus
Only
the,
one person's order went through, because Cheryl was kind enough to remove the stop on our credit card. And when she opened it up, one order was.
You're not talking this year.
No,
No,
at the bank.
Not this Cheryl at.
but right now we owe this, this plus now this and all the furniture.
Correct.
So,
So it adds up
Which
to
means
that.
another check. No, this is just to take care of what we got right now.
So like,
This has not been ordered yet, the chipper shredder, no, and that's 1,800. And
So
then the
we're
rest of
talking-
the furniture is
Like 1,500,
1,500.
rounded up.
so if you write a check for
So
5,
there's 33.
Yeah,
so if you write a check for 5,000, we should be
and
good.
our limit's 4.
either way, you're authorized to do all of the above, and I want you to know, the reason I put clerk's office and treasurer's office is because I know you have a deputy that's authorized to do it, and he has a deputy that's authorized to do
So you
it.
can
I don't want to hear nothing later that no, it didn't. You said the clerk,
You write a check for that.
you said the treasurer.
Who said 6? But we'll see.
Well,
Um,
it's, statutory duty that works that way.
Right, but I wanted to make sure the wording was in there, that's why I put the word offices.
Let's move on. The police officer's location.
Here,
Yes,
at the hall.
yes.
Well, if you
And I didn't even talk, no, I talked to one person. I was gonna talk to you guys about it. So apparently you got the idea too.
Makes perfect sense.
what, to move them here?
Yes.
Why use up an office that he's hardly gonna be in there? When he has a complete building here, it could be.
Then he'd be the only one.
I mean, if he needs a locked room, he's got that one.
There you go.
He's got any of them.
Right, any of them. I don't think he wants to be enclosed in the dungeon, but
The first problem I think of is just the quickie things. I've heard people talk about, we have people coming to move the internet over there, move the phone over there. Are all the things he's gonna need gonna be here? Are we keeping phone here, internet here?
I don't-
Are we keeping electric on here?
I don't think they're moving the internet.
Yeah, I think it's still.
Maybe it's the phone system I'm talking about then. There was supposed to be somebody here moving something.
Yeah.
I heard that said.
Right.
I don't know.
We
where
could get, we could keep the internet here.
Right.
He don't need a phone.
He doesn't need a landline phone? Really, you know.
The internet will do what he needs.
I like the idea of the police officer being here and the assessor having their own office.
Correct. Because what wasn't realized at the time is all of those cabinets Have to fit in an office with 2 people and 2 desks and all the other, and there's another file cabinet.
There's 2 of them.
That has to go. So if you figure out how big that office is and just the file cabinets that have to go in there, it's not gonna work. It's just not. There's not enough room.
If you recall, that was thought of. And I was told the giant hallway, that we don't need a giant hallway is because we're going to be filing cabinets up and down the hallway. That's what was told at this meeting.
Correct.
Oh, yes.
Really?
Oh, yes.
But you can't do that because all the file
So why do we need a
cabinets
giant?
Why do we got, why do
need to
we,
be in a secure location. They are not to be out in the open like they are right now.
Well, in the hallway there, they theoretically wouldn't be even open. It's only open to the public that comes to an office. It's not open for like when the hall's being rented or anything. That's why they locked
it's all
it.
locked up.
So anyway, I don't care. I'm just telling you what I was told when I brought that up, because it was brought up.
Because the Vassar City's gonna get the computer for the guy.
Right.
For the officer. So he ain't going right into major tickets that they have to use the computer down there. He can do it right
So
here.
hypothetically, if we agree to this today, he'd be using this office, or he'd be using the old clerk's office, or something.
Yes.
It wouldn't be out in the open, he'd
Correct.
still
Right.
be in
He
an
needs
office.
to-
Yeah, it can be in a
Maybe the laptop and whatever little files he has.
Right, he would have an office in this
Yeah.
building, not,
Yes.
Weird office.
We never made a motion for rooms, do we have to?
No.
if we're gonna be using this hall, I would think you'd have to, don't you? I don't know.
I don't know either. But it makes sense because we don't know what's gonna happen with the building, number one, and why can't we use it for the police officer?
That was brought up a long time ago.
I can see where the time might come, you wanna still use this occasionally as a satellite meeting hall. Well, like Parks and Rec might wanna meet here for some reason, especially if they start having meetings at the same time as somebody else. Or ZBA might want to, or Planning Commission might want to, or something. But you'd have to, or if you're gonna sell it is the other option, and if you're gonna do that, then we don't want the officer.
Correct. Well, for right now,
Something else by then.
let's just have the officer over here until we figure it
Decide
out.
something more permanent.
Yep. Okay. All right.
We don't need to make a motion on that.
We never made a motion on the room.
Yeah, but you're moving everything to the new hall, you've made those motions.
But the
Don't you think
officers,
there should be something in the right, saying for now, we're doing it over here?
I'll make a motion to have the police officer's location at the old Vassar Township Hall. And he can pick his room.
He can put many,
Okay.
bar all the doors and put bars on one hole. That's some place to throw it.
And keep the, internet,
We're gonna have to keep alarm here now
and
too.
keep the alarm.
That's maybe what I was talking about.
He's
Was
already
Harper
looking
gonna move
over to replace this with the new system that's in the hall.
in here? So there's already gonna be kept an alarm here.
Okay.
Okay.
But I still put that in the motion, to keep everything running. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
You never read it back first.
Yep. As soon as she gets done typing.
Motion by Bruce to have the police officer's location at the old Vassar Township Hall and keep everything running, seconded by Deb.
Any comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? 5-0, motion carried. Okay. The budget amendments.
Resolution 05-2025. Resolution amendment of 2024-2025 budget. Whereas the Uniform Budgeting and Accounting Act, Act 2 of 1968 prescribes that the state treasurer prescribe minimum auditing procedures and standards. And whereas the Michigan Department of Treasury Uniform Budget Manual of 2001 in section 17 and 18 requires amending the budget when a deviation such as expenditures exceeding the budget occurs. And whereas the township has noticed such a deviation in its budget. Now therefore be it resolved that the Vassar Township Board of Trustees adjust its budget in the following way. Under expenses, add $500 to Board of Review notices, bringing it to $1,600. Add $2,000 to Township Hall and Property Supplies, bringing it to $2,500. Add $2,000 to Township Hall and Property Utilities, bringing it to $7,000. Add $150,000 to Future Development Hall, bringing it to $172,000.
No,
Yeah. Yes, it would be. Did you read this?
Which part were you just reading? I apologize, go back.
The one for the Future Development Hall.
Okay.
Budget thing. Yep. Okay. To explain this, Future Development Hall, we show the balance being right
Yes.
now.
but that stays there. You're just adding the 150,000.
Right, and if you add it to that,
Yes,
that's what
but-
it equals.
That don't go here,
Why not?
because you gotta put it in this line,
Exactly.
this line. Then it will add up to that over here.
Okay. All right. So what do you have it bringing it to then?
$1,050,000. Because that's our budget. I am fixing the budget, not what's remaining on the balance.
Oh, okay.
That's what you,
That's what I would.
yeah, that's
Okay.
what the computer does.
All right.
Then you subtract,
Okay.
you subtract 154,500 from contingency, bringing contingency to $216,469.09.
Okay.
The foregoing resolution is offered by Folder, supported by, sorry,
I support.
no, I don't want to change it, no.
Okay.
Roll call.
Okay, well, before you do that, can you explain what you just did so I can make my notes? I see the contingency didn't change.
Yeah, the contingency.
It changed in here. What are you doing to that, bringing it to $1,050,000? You said you're not doing that?
No, we are doing it. It's bringing that, when I add 150,000,
Okay.
it will bring it, my budget, that's why the sheet's here.
I see the sheet, but you said she's read it wrong. What did she read wrong? I'm trying
Oh,
to-
she was adding this column. She was adding what was remaining.
So what's written is still correct?
Correct.
Okay, that, I was trying to figure out what she said wrong. I get it now. Something she added.
Right.
Okay.
Roll call.
Hold on.
Okay.
I can't believe we're only taking 150, because our last payment, and we only have 22,000 in it right now. We just spent 11,000 on
Furniture.
furniture, chairs and tables. That brings it down to, what, 8,000, 9,000?
Ah, but there's where the mistake is, John. Because the tables and chairs check, I had to take an amount from this account, an amount from this account, an amount from this account. I used my election supplies money.
For the rectangle ones.
Yeah, well, no, for more than that, because I used 5,000 out of that. So when you break it down, it did not just come out of Future Development Hall for the tables and chairs. And actually, it should have come out of somebody else's account also, and it did not. And I don't think that was fair either, but okay.
But you took it out of the account.
I mean, You're saying that, but you're the one who controlled that, so.
Well, yeah.
But what we can do though, we don't know what the final bill is to build it. I've been trying to get it, but and we always do another one in May, in June.
A budget.
A
But
budget.
we're gonna be in the hall.
Right.
Everything has to be paid off. Like the 23rd. Or before the 26th, or people can't go in the hall.
Right.
I don't know what you mean, but they can't go.
Why
Oh,
can't
Well,
it
the
be?
permit, did we
We
get
have
all
to have
through
an
all the
occupancy
permits?
permit, and he doesn't get his final payment till after he has an occupancy permit, and then he presents it to the board, and we have our next regular meeting. For the final payment, remember, that's the way it was worded. All the draws are as somebody signs off, they're done. The final payment
Is when we get the,
is after we have an occupancy permit, and we get presented the bill, and then we have time to wait till our regular meeting to make sure it's the way we thought it would be.
Right. Which could be.
Which is supposed to be done at our next regular meeting. I don't mean dragging it out or anything.
right,
It's supposed to be at our next regular meeting. Hypothetically, if he gets it to you before this next meeting, that's then.
right.
If he gets it to you after that, then it's
What's stopping us from moving in right now?
an
Besides
occupancy
the payment.
permit. An occupancy permit.
And we're not getting that till
And he
next
has to give
month?
you the key, I guess.
We're not gonna do it till next month?
I don't know, we're not getting it until,
Once they get,
we have to wait for something to be done. It was counters or something, I was told. Is that the last thing before he could get us, do you remember?
No, everything's in, we're waiting for the septic.
No, well, we can't move in until we don't have a septic. And then a final occupancy permit.
You could use the woods like everybody else is doing.
right,
No, don't do that.
okay, roll call.
Okay.
I don't like picking up nasty paper.
John?
So you guys think it's enough?
For right now, yes. John?
Before you get to the vote, I'd like to know, we're just pulling it out of contingency, I see where we're getting it from, but how much more are we gonna keep adding to that budget before we ever talk about it? I know I'm not gonna get an answer, I wanted to say it, move on.
The budget has been there all along, Ben. This is
There's not
our,
been a budget for this building, and I keep saying that. We've never produced a budget for this building and for extras for this building, we just keep saying, well, we need more money.
All right. Roll call.
John? Grunting isn't an answer.
I still think we need more, but hey, it's up to you guys. Yes?
Ben?
I'm sorry, did you say my name?
Yeah.
Name.
Cheryl?
Yes.
Deb? Yes. And Bruce?
Yes. 4-1. The resolution's been adopted. I'll get that for you. Okay, the other thing I added is Bob Forrest. Bob called me Monday. Correct? And, does not sound very good. I could barely understand who it was, and he was asking me to remove him from all of his boards. So, and that would be the Board of Review, the ZBA, and the ambulance board. I would like to thank him for being on the boards and for what he has done for this township. I would make a motion to remove Bob Forrest from Board of Review, ZBA, and the ambulance board, and place Fred Welsh as the primary for the ambulance board, and put out looking for people for the ZBA and Board of Review. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Who seconded it?
I did.
Sure.
You made that part of your motion to thank him for his years of service, is that what you were doing, or just saying that?
I was just saying that. But you can make a motion for, you can put it in there for thanking him for his time and all that. In my motion. Cheryl, will you be accepting that?
I
How do
have
you want me
someone.
to phrase that?
Huh?
How do you want me to phrase that?
At the beginning.
Okay.
Can you read it back, please?
Yes, I just don't know, what was your last part after replacing Fred Walsh's ambulance? Board and put out,
Put board of review and ZBA on Facebook and web page.
motion by Bruce to thank Bob Forbes for his service to the boards and the township, and to remove Bob Forbes from board review, ZBA, and ambulance board. Replace Fred Welsh as representative for ambulance board, and put out board review and ZBA notices on Facebook and webpage to fill opening, seconded by Cheryl.
You should, the way she worded that, you need to fix it about Fred Welch. It should be to replace with Fred Welch.
Yeah.
Fred is the alternate.
It's not the way she worded it though. You're replacing
I
Fred.
know.
The way you worded it and the way she typed it, you're replacing him.
Yeah.
Putting,
Put
well,
the word with in there, replace with Fred Welch.
yeah,
There we
replace
go.
with.
That'll work better.
Gotcha.
I have someone already interested in being on the board of review. Okay.
Applications by May meeting. Okay, Cheryl, are you okay with that?
Yeah.
For a board of review and ZBA?
Okay.
All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carried. Anything else before we move on to public comment, people? Public comment. Public comment?
I was approached, well not approached, I was emailed by TEC. TEC is setting up a table at the open house. They're donating water and stuff like that. The rep from TEC who's coming wants to know if the board would be okay with them doing a TV raffle giveaway at the open house.
I'm okay with it.
I don't have a problem with it, do you guys?
Do we need it as a motion for doing things like that, or just show of hands? I'm okay with it.
John?
Yeah. As long as it is.
It's,
Yeah, it's fine.
it's
Their
not,
TV.
it's theirs. I have no problem with it.
Yeah.
All right, no public comment besides that?
Okay, so
Huh?
you said you're good.
As far as I'm concerned.
I need a motion to adjourn at 5:52.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carried. I don't want your bathroom coming through.
This is just a question for the clerk, it's not a voting thing. Can we move this silly thing from here, put it somewhere else?
I can't fold it up in my decks.
Oh.